Hello and welcome back once again to Super Metroid Cliffhanger. This time we are right at Phantoon, who is just through this door. So you should be pretty safe with him. You have charge. If you've collected all the energy tanks I have, you've got 5, so... The only downside is you don't have super, so you can't do the little thing, just hit him with the super and then pseudo screw attack through his flames, but otherwise he's still pretty easy, so... Of course, now that I said that, I'll probably end up dying. I am not actually sure. I think missiles are going to be my best bet. There is a trick, if you've seen any TASs, you see where they use a little trick with missiles, where they kind of stutter step when they're shooting missiles at him, and it kind of freezes him in place. You can't actually do that in real time. It's very hard, but it's possible. It's actually probably... well, since they use it in the TAS, it's obviously probably the best way to go about doing things. But if it's... I'm not too sure about it myself. I don't quite understand it completely yet, so... What you can do is, if you hit him with a couple missiles really quick the first time, he'll disappear right away. If you just space him out a little bit, you should be able to get a couple more missiles in per round, which will make it go faster. It means you have less of these flames to deal with, and less of him spawning on top of you. So yeah, I got 5 missiles in. You should be able to get 5 missiles in before he disappears. But he will disappear right away if you hit him very quick with the missiles. This is actually going pretty good. Appearing really fast. So yeah, he's almost gone already. But for the other trick that the TASs use, where they kind of stutter step and leave him in place, from what I know of it so far, you have to be... The missiles have to hit him just slightly faster than the last missile. Oh, and there he goes. So yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. They just have... The second missile you fire has to hit him just a little bit sooner than the first missile you fired hit him. And then it has to keep getting shorter and shorter between each hit, and that will actually freeze him in place. Which I've not been very successful with, so... That's going to take a lot of practice. Okay, but now that the wreck ship is on... Oh, you see right there, you can't... You're not getting back up, so... So, now, we're not done with this place. And ironically, this is a room from the original Super Metroid that was made easier, which you don't often see in hacks. But anyway, we are not close to being done with the wreck ship yet. The first time. You go in here more than once. So, yeah. And over here, there's nothing to the left, just write this thing down. But yeah, like a lot of the areas are bigger, except for his Maridia, which, again, I'm sorry, I do not remember the names of these places. But he basically made the other areas bigger at the expense of Maridia, and kind of just threw that in as a filler, I think. I think that's what he said. Now to get up, just jump up here. It's a slope block that'll catch you. And then crouch jump and look down to get up that. Because that will give you more height. But we finally have our supers. And there's a lot more pain to go through in this place. I would say the wreck ship is probably the most... Except for the heat runs. Well, the first heat run. The next heat runs, when you have these energy tanks, aren't quite as bad as that. I would say the the wreck ship area is like the most painful area in this hack. And I don't think it's close. If there were no heat runs, it would not even get a competition. And that's saying something, because there's a lot of painful places in this hack. Not all on the wreck ship. So yeah, make sure you get that guy, because there's one hiding in there. You don't want to. There's this like window or view screen or monitor or something. I don't know exactly what he was going for with that look. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but okay. And here, this is your one chance to get the lore or the map station for this area, because it's right up there, and this is not working very well. This is totally not working very well. I don't want to die getting this. Ouch. Oh, I could just land on that thing. What am I doing? Oh. Let's... Okay, thank goodness for that. I am one spike from death. And I still have to... Oh, great. Okay, well, here's a story for Eldridge. I like how he named these things like Torso, kind of a play on Chorizo, stuff like that. Basically, all the statues you see are actual Chozos, whatever, but they're all kind of... Oh, that's... Thank you. They're all, I guess, supposed to been crystallized or something to protect themselves. So anyway, yeah, this is your one time through this room. So, if you want all the map stations, you need to get it now. And I really need to get some more health, because there is more and more painful things happening. And now this may look a little odd to you, this little robot. And it should, because you actually want to use it. So just bomb it out of the corner, knock it down on the floor, and it will destroy the blocks down there. Oh, I guess I have to get out of its way. So, and back here, wrap around. More supers. So, unlike our missiles, where it took us a long time to get our second pack, we get our second pack of supers really quick. Obviously, taunting us with the former gravity suit room. It's like, hey, you don't get a suit yet. Actually, I'm going to refill just a bit on this thing. So yeah, that was almost an energy tank. I'll do it one more time. Then I'll feel better. And you see all that garbled junk on the minimap? That's all his letters and stuff. I mean, it doesn't... That's one of the problems with it, is if it's close enough where you can see the letters on the minimap, it doesn't come out right, and it just looks a little odd. Okay, this room. You little punk. You do have to destroy all these crabs, so... As there's a locked door at the end. Yet more puzzles. There's a crab in there too, so make sure you grab that one. one in this block. Obviously that one's walking around, but I guess it has to be on the screen. Okay. So you can just kind of lure it out and then zap it. There's one hiding up in this thing. And there's this one here, and I think this is it. Yep. Okay. So that's... Okay, now this room is just weird. I was like... I mean, it's like the mother brain room was wrecked, thrown in the middle of the wrecked ship. Now this is weird, and it really confused me for a long time. Why in the world he threw this in here? But if you paid attention to the lore, there's nothing here. You would read that the AU unit crashed. So obviously there was some sort of brain there that crashed or whatever. I think there's... Okay, there's definitely something in here. The screen's scrolling. Oh. I guess I'm not getting that yet. Okay. More wall jumping and more pain. And just terrible skills. That was close. Oh. Do I just morph through that? Oh, I do. Okay, that's path up there. Powerbomb door. You can't get it yet, obviously. And I remember this room, because this room has these crabs. Now there's 5 crabs here. They will all drop big energy dots. So that's a whole energy tank. So what I recommend, and I know there's an item around here too. Oh, there it is. What I recommend is just leaving the room and coming back in and refilling on the crabs, because every time you do that, you'll refill a whole energy tank. Okay, so another missile pack. But while I do that, I'll explain the powerbomb door up there. That is, obviously requires the power bombs. Another requirement is high jump for that, because it's... and wave beam. You need wave beam for it. So those things, high jump is actually really late in this game. And it's very, if I remember right, it's very hard to get to, because it's in Maridia, but you don't have gravity suit by then, because gravity suit is actually behind that power bomb door. So yeah, it's a convoluted mess, but anyway, I think that's be good for energy for now. Okay, I always wondered why these were thrown in here. And the thing hurt. They actually do make good obstacles in this room. They're hard to get around, but... Oh, I don't want this room. You can't do anything in there until you have Spring Ball. So... I'm trying to think here. Where do I want to go? I do not remember which way I want to go. Oh, good grief, no. Those pipes are murder. I don't think there'll be one-hit kills for me right now, but if you grapple them, you will die. So don't ever grapple them. It's very... You know, what? Do I really want to go that way? remember having to cross pipes at this point. Okay. Let me... Thank you. I mean, see, they do make good obstacles, but I don't really remember wanting to go back here. Oh, good grief. Go away, go away. Thank you. So that cost a lot of energy. Speed. Oh my goodness. I went back here for nothing, didn't I? Okay, well, we're not going this way. In fact, don't even come back here. And back here. Oh my goodness, more crabs. Might as well refill the energy. And just speed boost back this way. I've got the door. Oh, well, that was helpful. Try and get energy off the fish and it hits me through the door. And Metroids appear now, just so you know. Through in Rinkas and Metroids. But at least the Metroids will drop stuff. That's correct. Thankfully that did not latch onto me. If they latch onto you, especially with this little energy, you're probably going to die. Because you have no suits. So they'll drain your health really, really fast. And this is actually, I believe, the... Yeah, this is the end of the wreck ship, so... Actually, yeah, that works much better. And there's worms and things and these Hyru's down here, so... Okay. Oh. You punk little bug. I'm not refilling on this guy. This takes too long. That pipe is your lone entrance into Maridia. And we'll be coming back there as soon as we can. After power bombs. I believe we will anyway. Or maybe, I don't know what I'm doing. But yes, there's an idea that actually lets us get to one of the important things I really want, but it's completely unnecessary, and I am, oh my goodness, I was doing bad at this earlier, right in the beginning, and I'm still doing bad at this. This can't be that, thank you. So yet more rooms that are difficult to traverse. I'm surprised he didn't drop a big dot. Oh well. Alright, actually, I think I'll stop the video here and we'll continue on in the next video. So hopefully you enjoyed watching, and we will see you then.